Does me being overkill personal ruin my chances at being hired at a VTuber agency? Now, this won't be too terribly long of a video, guys. I think it's gonna be like what, like literally 5 minutes, 45 seconds. We'll see. Um, I was gonna originally title this "Doxing Passion Could Ruin My VTuber Agency Hiring Process." Like that'll ever trend. I mean, it would, but it wouldn't be for a good reason, right? It'd be too much clickbait for things I'm already being honest about. Because doxing passion implies things like, oh, but you wouldn't even hurt Nemle, right? God, I hope not. But like, Godspeed and Nemle though for like what happened in the coffee and Eddie Lele stuff. But let alone Jack is a nerd from the Sniper Wolf drama, which even after making a video like the one I just made before the VTuber content I just made recently about the pointlessness drama and the narrative drama stuff, that's not to be smart about that. I do feel sorry for Jack as a nerd and Nemle like in recent events, weeks and months. But that being said, doxing passion, ways I've only antagonized other people like Jack as a nerd in spite of what they went through, so I feel sorry for them anyways. And I do have sympathy for my enemies even then. Even though Nemle's not technically my enemy. So I wouldn't be that kind of an asshole in spite of Nemle and Jack as a nerd. That's my point. So if I have a doxing passion, it's not to be like disingenuous or disrespectful, okay? It's not like that. That's, even as a philosopher, it can't be excused for everything, but when you get hired at a VTuber agency at all, at barest minimum, they're not trying to overkill privacy, but they do respect it at their own core. It's not even just for your sake; it's for everyone else's. When you never heard like when Batman says, "My secret identity isn't to run away from myself or even from the enemies; it's to protect people I love that are closest to me." That's the whole point of having a anonymous persona on the internet, is to protect yourself and other people around you at the same time. When people in the 1990s were advocating for the internet as it started to rise up from the being created and all that, when the internet was being found at first, one of the hugest factors of the internet was etiquette behind doxing and privacy. And it was like they had a strict as hell measure to prevent people from getting tracked and cyber stalked and child trafficking and all that other crap. So as you can imagine, even with the disingenuous in jail, that's controversial enough, or as it is, how those things can be disingenuous, even though it's not really supposed to be like that. But there's a problem with the idea alone that privacy is seen as a bad thing. It's not supposed to be bad to have privacy. There's a reason to have boundaries. There's a reason to have self-respect. There's a reason to have self-esteem and self-confidence at the same time. So privacy and boundaries are given for the good reasons, right? When an agency from the virtual tuber community, or alike, when central agencies for DTuber stuff, when they look for a client, what they're trying to do is make sure that they not only deliver on the best possible means, but that they're willing to do what it takes to deliver on those means. So there's both a consideration for your own privacy to protect yourself and other people, but in spite of being the entertainer or the content creator you expect to be at that meantime. They're not trying to override your freedoms or even the wrong kind. We can talk about all we want about the controversies behind the graduation stuff, because I think Pipkin is a little selling it too short when she says that graduation is strictly only about being fired. I think graduation can also be when a VTuber doesn't want to be a VTuber anymore. Because we've seen this with Moriarity, where she didn't even she was really stressed out, and the girl they were stressed out. So graduation isn't just getting fired. It's also just if you don't want to be a VTuber anymore, or even if you don't know how long your VTuber career will last, whether it's thanatophobic or even just existence crashes in other ways. So it's like it can be different, but I've really screwed over my chances of being hired at a VTuber agency. Who knows? Even this personal face reveal, talking head reveal kind of thing that I've done for 5 years plus, not complaining. Tony Cashin, and even say my real name, Anthony Broadcashin, even if that's the tag handle. That's too much personal information. It's like, it's crazy. Even people who are personal on the internet think I'm crazy. It's like, let alone people who don't dox themselves, who stay anonymous. I will say these names in question: Time Puppet and Moriarity from Karma Gaming. These two individuals keep their identities secret to the end of time. And you can still tell how old they are, or how old they feel, by their attitudes and personalities alone. But I think with Time Puppet, he was frustrated with how personal I was. And with Moriarity from Crime War, he was fascinated by how odd I was, in spite of my deep personality that wasn't necessarily whether I was personal and private or not. Personal private public or not personal private public. For the last minute, before the end card, let me just emphasize, if I get hired at a VTuber agency, I will go forth with it. It doesn't matter what else is happening in my life. I will try to make it. I will open my doors, knock so as you reap, wherever you call it, Napoleon Hill. I will make that happen. But that being said, if I had to delete all my videos, get out of here. I'm not doing that. I'm not preventing myself from being known in the wrong way, but if I had to delete all my videos that show my face and reveal my information, have my real voice, etc., screw that. That's by history. That's by archaeology right there. That's history. Even Arab 10 has that for the last two videos that were there when I was 13, 14 years old myself, to say the least. But end card content. Yeah, the 5 seconds. Okay. End card right now. Click on these 4 links. I don't give a shit. Wait, anyways, here that's the thing, guys. It's like you have to value your privacy at some point, whether you're a creator or an entertainer or even just being a person. But if I had to value my privacy and my self-respect while still being an entertaining, amazing VTuber, I would, agency or indie.